Hello, dear investors. Information and Analytical Service is in touch with you, GURU.Markets. Let's start with general information about the company. A little further, we will study each indicator in a little more detail. If necessary, you can pause the video. We invite you to consider each indicator of the organization in question carefully. Now we will look at the current fundamental indicators of the company NIO Inc, ticker NIO. The review was created using current data as of April 5, 2025. By classification, GURU.Markets company NIO Inc belongs to the subcategory Electric. 59 organizations take part in the analysis, which is very representative. We will see the decisions made towards the end of the video. Overall result for the company, -6 out of 10 points. The average result for the subcategory is 3.1 points. If you look very broadly, within the stock market in the aggregate, we can note that the average rating for the market as a whole is 1.9 points. Against a score of -6 points for NIO Inc ADR. Comparing the dynamics of the company's share price NIO Inc ADR and subcategory companies, we can see that over the last 12 months the company's shares NIO Inc showed a dynamics of -23.1%. Against the price dynamics for the subcategory 39.9%. This doesn't say anything definitively, but you need to take note of this fact. Market capitalization of the company NIO Inc is $6.64 billion, with a subcategory capitalization of $854 billion. NIO Inc ADR accounts for a share of 0.778% and is one of the small companies in the subcategory. The company's balance sheet capitalization is $1.34 billion. And the capitalization of the subcategory is $101 billion. NIO Inc ADR constitutes a share of 1.326%. By comparing the occupied shares of the exchange and book value, we can see the following. Occupied share NIO Inc ADR in the subcategory when assessing stock market capitalization is 0.778%. The balance sheet capitalization is 1.326%, which is 70% more than the market capitalization share. Assessment of the company's share of the market and book value of the subcategory, good, 1 point. The company under study has financial liabilities of $7.591 billion. Financial liabilities to book value amount to 566.5% of the company's capital. Result on the company's debts, very bad, -2 points. The company's stock price to earnings ratio is 0, with an average of 0 for the subcategory. Assessment of market price to profit indicators in comparison with organizations of the subcategory, very bad, -2 points. Profit for the last 12 months was -$3,142 million. Forward earnings for the next 12 months are unknown. And this is bad for the company. Assessment of projected future profit indicators in comparison with companies in the subcategory, bad, -1 point. The company's price-to-sales ratio is 0.7. The subcategory average is 5.9, which is 88% lower than the subcategory average. Assessment of the indicator of market value to its revenue in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, good, 1 point. Revenue for the last 12 months was $9,110 million. Forward revenue for the next 12 months is unknown. This is extremely bad for the company's price. Assessment of indicators of estimated future revenue in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, bad, -1 point. The margin is -34.4%, with the average for the subcategory -7.5%. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 26.9%. Assessment of sales margins in comparison with indicators in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. The company's share in terms of the number of employees in the subcategory is 0%. This is less than a share of market capitalization. This fact reflects the market value of the company NIO Inc. The amount of capital per company employee is $0,000. And for the subcategory, $4,857,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the organization's performance is 100%. Assessment of the company's capital volume per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. Profit per individual employee is $0,000, with the average in the subcategory -$61,700. And the difference between the average for the subcategory and the company's indicators is $62,000. Assessment of profit per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. The amount of revenue for each employee of the company is $0,000. In the subcategory, there are $819,000. The difference between the subcategory average and the company's performance is 100%. Estimation of sales per employee in comparison with the indicators of companies in the subcategory, tolerable, -0.5 points. The volume of sales transactions corresponds to 9.6%, with an average for the subcategory of 3.6%. This is an assessment of the possible risk of a short squeeze. Indicator RSI 14 shows a level of 31% for the company NIO Inc ADR. Whereas for the subcategory, the RSI level, 14, is 39%. Technically, the subcategory's securities are quoted higher than the company's NIO Inc ADR. The company's current share price is approximately $3.47. The consensus price target for the company's shares is approximately $5.51. The movement of the current price and consensus forecast is approximately 59%. Let's look at the table of orders. It is available to you. A link to it is in the pinned comment. The order table contains all decisions publicly made in a given season by the information and reference system GURU.Markets. Access to the order table is absolutely free and open. Link in pinned comment. Based on the assessment of the company's securities NIO Inc. Information and reference system for stock valuation GURU.Markets, the following decision is made. Open an order to sell at a price of $3.46. The order is open because the company has a relatively low valuation. The company's assessment was made based on the assessment approach, the Akeem's index. Take profit is set at 2.79. Stop loss is set at 4.13. In case the order is not closed by take profit or stop loss, then the order is fixed independently at the end of exchange trading on May 5, 2025, or on the last trading day before this date. Ticker, LI, is the main buy transaction. The video of the main deal has already been published on this channel. When closing one of the orders, basic or balancing, the second order is closed at the current level. Thank you very much to the audience for watching this video and for using the help system from GURU.Markets. You are all the coolest audience on the planet.